Welcome. We are Charan and Divya from K25BM. From the sacred waters of the Ganges to the vibrant shores of Kanyakumari, India is a nation defined by its vast and magnificent coastline, a breathtaking arc of life stretching over 7,500 kilometers. For millennia, this ocean has been more than just water, it has been a lifeline. At dawn, as the sun gilds the horizon, countless traditional fishing boats set out, as they have for generations, to harvest its bounty. This blue economy sustains the livelihoods of over 40 million of our people. But today, this vital resource, this source of sustenance and culture, is under a silent, suffocating siege. Look closer, and you will see the enemy, a piece of plastic debris, floating where life should thrive. We are being choked by an overwhelming tide of our own creation. Plastic pollution.to understand the crisis in the ocean. We must first look to the land. The problem begins here. Annually, India generates a staggering 3.5 million tons of plastic waste. And the most critical, devastating fact is this. An estimated 60% of this waste is not managed effectively and ultimately leaks into our rivers and coastal waters, turning them into toxic highways carrying our refuse to the sea. The evidence is washing back up on our shores. A 2021 report by the National Center for Coastal Research delivered a sobering verdict. A devastating 90% of the debris found on Indian beaches is plastic. Our paradise is being paved with pollution. For the fisherfolk, this is not an abstract environmental issue. It is a daily, grinding financial struggle. Imagine casting a net with hope, only to haul back a weight of plastic. These macroplastics, the large bottles, bags, and packaging, clog, snag, and tear expensive fishing nets. Each tear is a direct financial loss, forcing families to divert precious earnings into costly repairs and replacements. And the danger doesn't end there. Lost or abandoned plastic gear, known as ghost nets, drift through the water column like silent killers, continuing to fish indiscriminately for years, entangling and destroying marine life, and further depleting the very fish populations the communities depend on. Studies indicate that over 8% of the delicate coral reefs are now under threat from suffocation and sunlight deprivation caused by settling plastic waste. When we kill the breeding grounds, we kill the future of the fishery. This is not a future threat, it is a present reality, leading directly to smaller yields and empty nets. But beyond the visible debris, beyond the bottles and the bags, lies an invisible, more pervasive threat: microplastics. These are plastic particles smaller than 5 millimeters, the fragmented ghosts of our waste. Scientific studies are now confirming that these microplastics have contaminated Indian waters from coast to coast. The data is alarming. One study found that 12 out of every 20 fish species examined in Indian waters contained microplastics, mostly in their gills and guts. In commercial fish sampled off the south coast of India, the concentration ranged from an average of 3.2 to 7.6 microplastic particles per fish. As an environmental scientist warns us, the ingestion of microplastics by fish is not just an ecological issue, it's a food safety and human health concern. These particles can cause physiological harm to the fish, and they enter the human food chain when we consume seafood, threatening the very market the industry relies upon. The circle of poison is complete. The plastic we discard now returns to our own plates. The path forward is clear. The future of India's coast, the health of its marine life, and the survival of its fishing economy depend on immediate and sustained action from all of us. This is not a problem for the fisherfolk to solve alone. It is a responsibility we all share. By demanding and supporting better waste management, by radically reducing our own reliance on single-use plastic, and by championing the solutions that work, we can begin to untangle the nets of pollution. We can choose action over waste. We can ensure that the ocean, our shared inheritance, remains a lifeline for generations to come. For it is, and must always be, our ocean, our future. Thank you.